Let's go.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast here for your live watch along. Aston Villa versus West Ham United in the Premier League. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help us continue on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Get your comments in. We'll have a chat before the game. We'll go through the starting lineup. We'll get score predictions in. I've noticed a few comments already coming in, and then we'll get into the game. Commentary, banter, opinion, as we hopefully see Aston Villa secure 3 points and take advantage of so many of the results that have gone our way across the weekend. So this is a massive opportunity and positive signs in the squad as well, which we'll go through. But yes, this has to be an opportunity that Aston Villa takes. And it feels like there's been so many opportunities Villa haven't taken this season at times. So this one, please, Aston Villa, do not let it go by the wayside. This is the last game before the international break and the FA Cup weekend break as well. So we've got 2.5 weeks with no football after this. So plenty of time for the players to rest and recuperate. Obviously, there's some that are going out on international duty, but plenty of time for reflection, plenty of time to recharge as well. I'm sure Unai will give the players plenty of days off. Those that aren't on international duty, those that are on. I know the England players are going off. They're not joining until next week, so they get a few days off as well. So lots of time. So no excuses. No excuses to not put 100, 120, 150, whatever you want to say, percent into this game and make sure that it's won. Let's get into the comments. Pad is in there, up the Villa. Already gone with a prediction of 3-1. And the goals coming from Watkins, Rogers and Tammy Abraham. Seymour is in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Nerves wrecked for this game. Strong lineup, thank God. It's a must win. 100%. The pass says 3 points is vital. And yeah, mate, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for a Villa win. That's what I'm saying today. Subscribe for a Villa win. Good afternoon to you, Rachel. Great to have you in the chat. Lionel as well, up the Villa. Good day, everyone. And Rich, let's go. Adam, great to have you in. Jimmy as well, the same. Nick, good afternoon to you. Is it the biggest game of the season so far? It feels like every game is the biggest of the season so far, but it certainly has a hell of a lot riding on it, particularly with the results of across the weekend. Like I say, the international break and the momentum that we want to gain. And I think just being able to really put some daylight again between us and the teams below us. So that's why it's so important. And it's a massive game for West Ham, let's not forget as well. You know, it's a massive say in the bottom of the table as well, because Forest and Spurs are playing today. So that means it's even bigger. Big up to you, Bobby. Everyone, I hope everyone's well. Good thoughts on Watkins starting ahead of Tammy again. We'll get into it in a second. We will get into it. Good afternoon, Jay. Up the Villa says villain for life. Yeah, I thought about where is Lindelof. We'll maybe get some comment from Unai before or after the game. But let's get into the team. Martinez in goal. Cash, Konsa, Pau Torres, and Luca Dean across the back. I think a few people were maybe calling for Maatsen just in terms of an attacking option on that left-hand side. But Dean, you're getting the nod again. And Konsa coming back in. I think Lindelof, I saw in the comments, there's something to do with protecting the facial injury that he's got. Ross Barkley and Amadou Onana. Now, I did speak to Dan. I was on the preview with Dan yesterday, and we were mentioning whether Tielemans would come straight back in, whether Luiz would keep his place. But Luiz did play the full 90 on Thursday. And then whether Ross Barkley would come back in because of the disappointment of the performance and the result against Manchester United. Ross Barkley was a real positive in terms of coming in for a first start in a long time, scored a goal, first Premier League goal in a while as well, and looked really solid and assured next to Amadou Onana. He's got that ability to play progressive passes. He can keep the ball. He can pass the ball with both feet, and he's got physicality as well, which I think sometimes Douglas Luiz lacks. So I think that's a really good option in that midfield with Ross Barkley. Then we've got McGinn, Sancho, and Rodgers. Sancho played really well on Thursday, albeit there were times where he could have been a little bit more decisive with his movement. And it was an interesting interview after the game on Villa TV. And he comes across really humble, really nice. But as part of that you want him to be a bit more nasty, a bit more arrogance about him. You know, he's kind of like, oh, I know I should go down the outside a little bit more. Or I know I should do this a little bit more. It's like, well, if you know that that's what you should be doing, Jaden, just do it. Don't tell everyone after the event. Just do it because you've got the ability. So that's part of it. And then obviously the big debate is Watkins or Tammy. And I think after Thursday, you know, unfortunately for Tammy, it didn't happen for him as best as it could. And we didn't use him. I always think we didn't put balls into the box enough. But it was going to be Watkins to start in this Premier League game. And hopefully that kick up the backside, coming off the bench, looking a bit sharper against Lille. And I think the fact that he's not been included in this England squad doesn't look like to me that he will make it into the World Cup squad. And to be fair, I'm not actually, if he's going to stay at Aston Villa from a selfish point of view, to have the summer off, I think is a benefit to us. But hopefully that'll kickstart him. And this is a good opportunity to get a goal and look really sharp today. So I'm happy with that team. And then we've got the bench of Bizot, Maatsen, Bogard, Mings, and the returning Yuri Tillemans. How fantastic is that? And what a boost that is. Luiz, Buendia, Bailey, and Tammy Abraham on the bench. So a very, very, you know, for recent times, a very strong bench for Aston Villa. Gives us a lot of options if we need to shore the game up, if we need to go out and try and, you know, change it up. So that's what I like. So very, 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 very good in terms of the bench for me. Bench, really good. Jimmy, even though I knew Watkins was starting, still irritates me. Yeah, I think it does. He's got so much to prove in terms of just sharpness, movement, holding the ball up, getting involved in the game, and then just taking chances, taking shots. You know, not dilly-dallying on the ball. So he's got so much to do to convince. Results gone for us this weekend. We need to capitalise. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, I don't think he makes the World Cup, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I really don't. Huge run of games. Yes, there are. And we win today and we get that out of the way, and then we come fresh into the next batch of games. You know, you're talking maybe 4 wins and a draw, something like that, 13 points out of those last 6 games. I think that should do it for us in terms of top 5. So, yes, let's get it done. Also, the win today takes so much more pressure off putting all the eggs in the Europa League basket, because we know how much of a lottery knockout competition is. And we know we can be very organised in the Europa League. We've done it pretty much every game so far in this competition. But anything can happen in Europa League football. Anything can happen. Up the Villa, says Ross, big game. Come on. Lads in the tunnel, yes, I've got that. There's 21 likes. We've got nearly 50. We're just over 50 in the chat. So let's get up to 30 and let's keep moving. Good afternoon to you, Patrick. God bless Villa. Yes. Exactly, Rich. I'm not criticising him for Thursday. No, I'm not. And he hasn't had enough minutes. Like I said, we didn't put balls into the box. We didn't really play to his strengths. And that being said, when the ball did come into his feet, he has got to be a little bit sharper with it. So, you know, if you get your start, you get your opportunity. You know, Tammy would have been disappointed in himself for that performance. He wouldn't turn around and say, "Oh, well, it's okay because I haven't had many starts." You know, we can justify it. That's fair enough, and we will give him a bit more time. But he would have been disappointed in his own performance, absolutely. Junie said he will make the World Cup. I reckon. Can't see him starting any games. Well, look, like I said, I'd rather he didn't. If he's not going to get involved, I'd rather he didn't. I really would. Let's get the scoreboard up. So we are ready. Nice packed out Villa Park, as people have said in the comments. And players lining up. So if you want to match up with me, I'll tell you when I've kicked off, and then you can sort of be level with the commentary and level with me watching. If you're not, then please no spoilers in the chat. It really does. I really appreciate it if you don't. And obviously, people joining, people are joining while we're watching the game as well. If people in the chat can just remind about no spoilers as well, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's not easy for, and I've said it multiple times this week. But let's get behind the team that's starting, and then if we need to make changes, then Tammy can come on and hopefully make an impact. But I've said it, you know, bringing him on for 5-10 minutes here and there isn't going to help him, isn't going to really help Villa, and isn't going to help him find any rhythm. And it does beg the question: is why did we try and pursue him so much across the January transfer window when we're not really using him? So that's one of the things that does puzzle me about Unai Emery, to be honest. With his signings, I was chatting to one of my friends who was traveling down today, and you look at the signings that he's made, and you look at the turnover of those players and those people that have come in, and it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre what's happened with some of the players that have been brought in, whether he doesn't fancy them when he signs them, whether they don't pick up what he wants them to learn quickly enough. I don't know, but it does seem really bizarre in terms of Unai signings and what happens. And I think the Harvey Elliott thing, the thing about the rules and the PSR and the fee, to me, that's just a cop out, absolute cop out. Because if he'd have been playing well, if we'd have given him an opportunity and started him in multiple games, he was playing really well. And let's say we were higher up in the table and we'd pretty much secured a Champions League spot, Liverpool would have been more than happy to do a deal with us, to pay it in longer installments, whatever. They don't want him. They want us to buy him. So they would have played ball in terms of the negotiation. So it doesn't make sense to me, that complete and utter cop out for me. The whole, it was the way that the deal was negotiated and the way that it was set up is not allowed us to play him. To me, that's a cop out. But anyway, let's get on with the game. West Ham in their huddle, not on the centre spot, not respecting the ball. So I don't know whether that's going to do them any good or not. It hasn't done Chelsea much good the last few weeks, ever since they played us. Not been paying that ball much respect. And it's West Ham to kick off. And hopefully the atmosphere is loud and we are off. And West Ham go back to the goalkeeper, then a long punt upfield, headed up in the air by Digne and Onana, then Souček, and it's controlled by Barkley, who looks for McGinn, who finds Watkins. Watkins holds it up, tries to bring players in and holds it up well, brings in, is that Rodgers? Yeah, Rodgers switches the play out to Cash. Cash now driving forward, drops it off to Sancho. Good positive start from Villa this. Back to Onana. Everyone pretty much has had a touch of the ball, which is good. You want to get everyone in an early touch of the ball. Villa just keeping possession and go all the way back now to Emi Martinez. And now we're holding it up, but Martinez goes out to Ezri Konsa. Konsa out to Cash. Cash looking for Watkins. Tries to help it onto Rodgers. And Rodgers closes the West Ham defender down. It's a throw into Aston Villa. We look like we get players around each other, which is better. Sancho gets crowded out there. And West Ham get possession back and go back to the goalkeeper. I didn't see what the West Ham's team was. I know they're playing five at the back, and there's no Somerville, I understand. Villa with possession again. Konsa back to Martinez. And we'll see how West Ham try and set up. Are they going to try and block us through the middle? Are they going to try and shuffle us out wide. Long ball forward from Torres, not to anyone really. I think he might have been looking for Luca Dean, but the pass wasn't accurate enough. Souček's got a little bit of space. And it's helped on by Bowen looking for Castellanos, is it? And he didn't read the run, and it's harmlessly through. Now Onana bringing it forward. Goes back to Konsa, across to Torres. Torres looking for someone to thread a ball through to, but goes alongside to Konsa. Now to Cash. Cash just cuts back. He was looking for a ball up the line. He's not going to really have that too much on this with Sancho. Sancho's going to be more cutting inside. Now, Torres driving forward. He could have played Luca Dean and decided against it. I have no idea why. I don't understand why players do that when they can clearly see the wide man running through and they could just slide them in and they decide not to. It baffles me why you wouldn't do it. Dangerous ball from Cash trying to switch the play and given away. Wan-Bissaka to Bowen and back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, exactly, Adam. He was in. I really don't understand it. Diniz ran all that way. Could have just, I don't know whether the defender was blocking the passing lane or what, but it just seemed like an easy pass to me. Diouf got the wrong side of Cash now. Low cross in, blocked by Konsa. Cash was lucky there because he almost pulled him back. Disasi in the side. Mavropanos to Wan-Bissaka. Souček now. Is it Potts? Potts the number 32. So it looks like Potts is like the deep line midfielder. And Disasi now. Disasi the left-sided central defender. Now it's Fernandez. He's a good player. Souček. Mavropanos. West Ham playing the ball around quite confidently, but they're not really getting anywhere with it right away. Villa sort of dropping into that same sort of shape they did against Lille. But it's interesting that McGinn is more central and Rodgers is more out to the Villa's left. Villa came in offside, but the ball's gone out for a goal kick anyway. So 5 minutes gone. Nothing really to write home about. Villa playing a little bit within themselves at the moment. But we know what it's like. We know how we operate. I'm still slightly puzzled as to why Torres didn't play it into. Oh, Cash down the nice channel for Sancho. Sancho holds it up, puts it across. Oh, and it's just taken off Watkins' toes by Mavropanos. Lovely play down the right hand side from Cash and Jadon Sancho, and he just took an extra touch to fool the defender and then puts a lovely low cross into the box. And to be fair, Mavropanos read it perfectly and just about slid it away from Watkins. But a vital touch from Mavropanos. Lovely low cross from Sancho. And just to prevent it being 1-0 Aston Villa. Sancho. Oh. Took a quick corner there before I could even finish having a sip of my drink. But Sancho, the ball was a deep corner that fell to Sancho's feet, and he didn't really want to hit it, and it's blocked by the defender. Good, encouraging signs for Villa off set pieces, and now have we got a long throw-in specialist with Matty Cash? He's not too bad with it. Up to Onana. Oh, it's headed away and cleared. but only as far as Luca Dean. Luca Dean with a strike. Oh, what a strike! Saved by the goalkeeper. Great strike by Luca Dean. Long throw by Cash. Headed away by Disassi, and it's Tati Castellanos, and then only as far as Luca Dean. It was probably going wide, but the keeper didn't know that and has to tip it round the post. Good start from Villa. This last 2 minutes, corner in, headed up in the air, headed down again. And cleared by Jared Bowen. Brilliant corner from Cash there, right under the goalkeeper's nose, and Villa get the throw in on the halfway line, but Mavropanos there headed it right off the line. It's probably going in. Luca Dean for long for up the line, but Villa couldn't make anything of it, and it's blocked out for a throw into West Ham this time. West Ham just trying to kill the game a little bit. I've slightly gone back my time. Let me just get myself matched up. That's it. So they're focusing on Tadibo on the bench. I'm not quite sure why. Is he injured? Was he injured in the warm-up? Must have been. They're saying that Potts maybe came in for Tadibo. McGinn looking for a free kick, doesn't get it. Torres does well and wins it back. Konsa. No, across to Torres. Nana was looking for it, but Konsa picked the right option there into Barkley. Barkley's bit of a dangerous pass there, picked up by West Ham, but not able to attack, and Villa able to put a bit of pressure on. But West Ham playing it well out there. Souček to Pablo, and that's a free kick to West Ham. Oh, sorry, to Fernandez. Not sure he touched him really. Oh yeah, he did. He did. Clipped over the top. Straight through to Martinez. Torres striding forward. But yeah, Barkley was a bit of a loose pass there. Now Torres goes over the top looking for Luca Dean. Lovely touch from Luca Dean there. But Bowen gets back with him and manages to clear it. Hit a flick on by West Ham player, but he's picked up by Villa. Onana to Konsa. Back to Onana. Haven't really seen him much on the ball, but he plays a lovely ball through to Rogers, who couldn't quite bring it under control, but he spotted the run and clips a lovely ball through. And now West Ham striding forward. Potts to Diouf. Cross to Fernandez on the halfway line. Drops it back to Mavropanos. Villa just settling into their positions again. It's quite a good game. Both teams looking to pass the ball. Both teams giving each other space. So that would explain why Desas is the left-sided centre-back. I would imagine, and Potts is through them in like the sweeper position. We should be putting more pressure on their back three, to be honest. Diouf now. And to Tati, to Potts. Mavropanos. Decent movement from West Ham, but a little bit of a mess. Barkley to Watkins is brought down. Tackle from behind from Potts. Just took his both his legs away, really. Let's get Sancho on the ball a little bit more. He's looked bright on that right-hand side, put a lovely low cross in, and then had a blocked shot. If we can get him on the ball a little bit more. Cash now. Back to Konsa. Into Onana. He's got a little bit of space. To Torres. Out to Luka Dean. Bit narrow at the minute. Oh, no. Clipped over the top now. Dini's got loads of space to operate. He's got Sancho. Oh, Sancho tried to leave it for McGinn from a low cross from Luka Dean, and the defender read the dummy, to be fair. He did, but it was nice play. It was Diouf that read it. I think maybe Sancho could have took it on there. Sancho to Rodgers. Rodgers checks back and gets the free kick. In a dangerous position for Villa. Digne started the game really well. He's made 3 great runs down that left-hand side and been found twice. Oh, that's a bit of a nasty one. Good opportunity here for Villa. Good afternoon to you, David. Over 100 of you in the chat now. Make sure you hit the like button, please, people. Subscribe if you're new. Free kick to Villa. Got Konsa, Watkins, Pau, Onana in the box. I've got a feeling it's going to be driven in here. Barkley's joining. Rodgers is joining. Oh, no, it's short to Sancho. Sancho across to McGinn. McGinn clips it. Oh, what a goal from McGinn! A beautifully worked free kick there. Curling finish from John McGinn up from the edge of the box. Goalkeeper with no chance at all. What a fantastic strike from John McGinn. And it's 1-0 to Aston Villa. Come on, get in. Well worked free kick there. And I'm sure that the focus will be on Austin McPhee. And all the players dragged towards the goalkeeper, making West Ham think that we were going to drive it into the box. But you saw Sancho on the edge. Ball was clipped to just played along the floor to Sancho. Dini was on the edge of the box as well. He made the little decoy, and it was across to McGinn. He didn't even have to break his stride and just curled it beautifully into the bottom far corner. And it's 1-0 to Villa. Brilliant, brilliant goal. 2-2 for John McGinn. And I did say in my preview, McGinn would score today. And there's the trademark celebration. West Ham now on the attack. It's cleared. Oh, not quite. Bowen picks it up. Dean is trying to overplay it a little bit. Cross comes in and it's headed wide. Oh, there's a good opportunity there. Good opportunity for West Ham. I think Konsa just about did enough, but it was Luka Dean a little bit too casual on the edge of the box there. Lovely cross from Bowen and headed by Tati. It looked like it was a push in the back from Konsa, but he was going for the header, but he heads it wide. McGinn now clips a nice little ball to Pau Torres. Now he's got space to come forward with it. We've got to watch West Ham because Bowen is very dangerous. Ball into McGinn. Heads it on. Wins it back. Can Cash keep it in? He can't, unfortunately. But that's what we need. That's what we need. There we go. There's Austin McPhee. We knew we'd get a close-up of him. Oh, I've gone back ahead now. Lovely, lovely from Onana. Now he's driving forward. Finds Watkins on the right-hand side. Rodgers and Sancho in the box. Clipped in. Oh, just over Rodgers' head, but Dini will pick it up. Back to Barkley. Barkley's got space. Oh, hits the shot, but it's blocked by Souček in the air, headed away. Cash picks it up. To Konsa. To Torres. I will sort my timing out in a minute. Oh, Rodgers was trying to run in behind, but Wan-Bissaka there was blocking him off. But he gets it again. Rodgers now turns Wan-Bissaka. Lovely ball. Finds Watkins. Watkins drops it off to Barkley. So Rodgers. Oh, Rodgers couldn't get the ball around Wan-Bissaka's telescope legs. And they managed to clear it. But it's given away. Back to Villa. Konsa. To Cash. 17:57. Runs up the line. And it's going to go out. Oh, no, he keeps it in. Oh, keeper picks it up. Villa now playing with a bit of confidence. Knocking the ball around. West Ham. Disasi goes back to the goalkeeper. He's the one they signed from West Ham, from Leicester, isn't he? And he's just got his place back. He's just walking it forward, trying to bait someone to press him. But again, bizarre from goalkeepers, come all the way forward and then just play it to the left-hand side to the centre-back when they could have just done that in the first place. Ball with Disasi to Fernandes. Across to Mavropanos. Dini telling Rodgers to get out. Wan-Bissaka trying to get involved in the play. Looks down the line for Bowen and he's overhit it and it's gone out. Oh, come on, Adam. Give it a rest. Good afternoon, Michelle. Nice little flick. Watkins to Sancho. Plays to Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers to McGinn. Villa's movement is so much better now. Just held up by Barkley. Little bit of a poor touch there. But Sancho now on the left-hand side, facing up Wan-Bissaka. Clips it into the box. Oh, no, with a header. Oh, he should score. He should score. He's got to score that. Lovely play from Villa. Yeah, I in the chat, I know we're chatting in that. I do appreciate that we've been missing our best midfielders and all that kind of stuff, but that doesn't. The players on the pitch haven't been performing, so that doesn't stop them from putting in a performance, them moving, them getting into positions. So we can talk about players that we've got missing, but when you're on the pitch, you've got to do the job. That's the whole point. Those players will think that they're better than the players that they wouldn't just accept being on the bench. So you've got to show that you shouldn't be on the bench. Lovely battling from Villa. Rodgers finds Watkins. Watkins, he's got Dini. Lovely ball to Luca Dean. Clip back in. Oh, Disasi. Disasi with a vital footing. And it's got to be a corner. Disagree, AVFC. Disagree. That's our opinion that they're better, and not their opinion. The players that were playing should be able to beat Brentford at home. Should be able to beat Everton at home. Like, that's out of the question. Yes, Manchester United away is a difficult game. I appreciate that, but they're good enough players to do that. They just weren't performing well enough. We can't give players a get out of jail free card. Oh, unlucky Ollie. Good play. Better. Much better. If we want to improve the standards of this club, if we want to get into regularly qualifying for the Champions League, getting into top four, we as fans have to have the expectations that the players deliver that, right? We can't just keep saying, oh, well, it's been brilliant. We've had a great time under Unai Emery. Look where we were when he took over. Oh, we've got 3 players out and all that. You can't accept that. It's about us setting the standards as well as the players setting their own standards. Today, we're playing really well, which is great. Great finish. Just around Disasi's head, look. Literally just missed Disasi's head by an inch. Exactly. It's all good. Digne to Rodgers. I actually think Barkley's made a massive difference as well. You know, Douglas Luiz, for all his qualities, he's just not quick enough across the pitch. He's not physical enough. He's great for keeping the tempo in the game and controlling the game, but Barkley's got that, and he's got the physicality. Nice little 1-2. Watkins. Oh, great save. Great 1-2 play. Oh, Barkley gives it away. West Ham now trying to break forward. And then he's given a free kick away. Villa knocking the ball around brilliantly this first half. Such good play. Digne into Rodgers. Rodgers then. 1-2 with Watkins. Then another player back to Watkins. And he just, to be fair, Disasi had a good position in there. Got the shot away. Seven shots, 2 on target. 1-0 Villa. Into the 26th minute. Disasi now coming forward with the ball. And he's too heavy with the pass. And Cash clapping for the organisation at the back there. Well, if we can get another goal before half time, be well deserved. Long kick upfield. Watkins doing well against Mavropanos. Is that a penalty? Sancho, though, lays it up to Rodgers. Rodgers, finished. Oh, Rodgers, McGinn. And he's heading it over. What's he giving here? Is he giving a pen? He must have given a penalty. He must have given a penalty. Had to be a penalty against Mavropanos. Had to be, because he absolutely... He took Watkins out the game. Totally took him out the game. Did it start in the box? Did it start outside the box, though? Nah, he got the ball. He got the ball, I think. I think he got the ball. I don't think this is going to be a pen. Yeah, he got the ball. He got the ball. It was good play, though. I can't believe Rodgers didn't score. I can't believe that Rodgers didn't score. Why didn't he take it first time? That's the real thing. Why didn't Morgan Rodgers hit the ball first time? Great strength by Watkins, but why didn't Rodgers shoot? Yeah, he's touched the ball. Oh no, I've gone back. It keeps going back and forward 10 seconds. Like every. You don't need to keep looking at it, mate. You got the ball. Carrie, we get it. You don't like Ollie Watkins, but you don't. Every time he touches the ball or does something, you don't have to constantly keep putting it in the chat. He actually did really well there. It was Rodgers who should have had the shot. I mean, to be honest, Sancho could have had the shot as well. Yeah. Onana wins the header. Pressed by Barkley, but West Ham do well to get out of it. Nice little ball through, but this time Martinez comes out nice and sharp on Pablo and collects the ball. Long throw out, finds Morgan Rodgers. Beautiful touch from Rodgers. He's striding through. Plays to Watkins. Watkins on the edge of the box. He just gets crowded out of it. I think Rodgers was probably taking his space a little bit there. Lovely play. Lovely play. Now hit it. Hit it. Oh, it's blocked. Loops up in the air. It's going to be a corner to Villa. Yeah, it's fine margins. I mean, that Rodgers was a great throw out by Martinez and beautiful touch from Rodgers. I think that first pass, that pass to Watkins, probably just needed to be tiny little bit further in front of him, and then he kind of took his space. But it's corner. Everyone's crowding around the goalkeeper again. Interesting to see what happens here. Cross comes in, flicked up. Oh, I have the line. Oh, Morgan Rodgers. Mavropanos blocks it on the line. Another great corner, flicked on by Barkley, and Rodgers there just gets a foot to it, and it's blocked on the line by Mavropanos. Didn't know anything about it, just hits his head, and it's off the line. Another chance for Villa. Yeah, I know, mate. Shoot first time. Exactly. He did that time, though. It was just unlucky that Mavropanos was on the line. Ball's back with Martinez. I know. He should have gone in. Should have gone in. But Villa playing really well here. It's best we've played in a long time, this. And there's a free kick to Villa. Potts not happy with it. Let's get a second before half time. Come on, Villa. Nil Forest. Konsa trades passes with Onana, then goes to Pau Torres, inside to Onana. Got a bit of space. Almost loses it, but Barkley picks it up and goes out to Luca Dean. Luca Dean drops it back to Barkley again. West Ham trying to put a bit more a little bit more pace in their pressing. Rogers did spin in behind. Barkley decided to go to Onana. Now he goes across to Cash. Cash into Sancho, drops it back to Cash again. Konsa finds Ross Barkley. Villa getting some nice space with the two central midfielders now. It's difficult for the two forward players for West Ham. They're not really sure who to press. Torres to McGinn. McGinn back to Barkley. Barkley getting pressed, but that's the physicality. That's where it really helps because he just brushed off. Was it Potts? I think they've swapped positions, him and Fernandez. Oh, he's gone to a 4. Has he gone to a 4? I think he's gone to a 4. Lovely little 1-2 with Dina and McGinn. Low cross into Rogers. Rogers clips it out to Onana. Onana with the shot. It's blocked by Diouf. Lovely play again from Villa. Maybe he could have left it to Cash, but I never ever blame players for shooting. It's what we haven't been doing enough of. Torres. But we're getting round West Ham with nice 1-2s. It's been multiple occasions. Little reverse pass from Torres. McGinn, now Watkins, 1v1. Hits the shot, it's deflected. Oh, and it's just gone wide. It's got to be a corner. Great play from Torres. Great play from the ref getting out of the way. And then Watkins is faced up Mavropanos. Just jinx it. He pulls it. He pulls the shot. Goes between Mavropanos' legs. That's the definite corner. It's got to be a corner. Oh, it is. It is a corner. Been a great half from Villa so far. First 5 minutes, just easing into the game. But ever since then, it's been relentless. Great movement. Cross comes in from Cash. Punched away from the goalkeeper. West Ham can't clear it. Watkins wins it back to McGinn. McGinn plays it out to Cash. Cash with a cross in, but it's easy for the goalkeeper this time. And now West Ham trying to break. Pablo to Fernandez. And he plays it to Mavropanos. Mavropanos has been an absolute rock at the back. It's got vital blocks, vital clearances. Lovely tackle from Anan. Just holds up Fernandez a little bit. To Mavropanos. Wan-Bissaka. To Sassi. He's coming forward with it. Villa just dropping deep to the edge of their box. Potts now. Finds Bowen. Bowen with a little bit of space. Hits the shot. It's deflected. And that's going to be a corner to West Ham. He is playing well, but whether he scores or not doesn't affect whether he plays well or not. His movement's been good. He's been a real nuisance for the defenders, and that's what, like, scoring is a byproduct of playing well. But if he doesn't score, that doesn't mean he hasn't played well. Yes, Gary, we do. Lovely take from Martinez. Both West Ham forwards trying to block him. Martinez not happy. And he's given a free kick, I think. Plays to Torres. And Martinez back to Torres. Now he's got a bit of space to operate in. Clips the ball long. Headed down by Mavropanos. And West Ham looking for the free kick there. Bit of a cheap one there. Pablo goes down easy. Yeah, It's probably a free kick. Just about. And we're getting lots of close-ups of Austin McPhee. Is that Mings coming on? Or is he just warm? Oh no, they're going to warm up. Free kick. Disasi's got space to Souček. Oh, it's miles off. I was going to say they looked offside, but they messed it up between them already. Sancho jinks past Fernandez to McGinn. No, Kareem, we're not Watkins lovers. We just, when the team's playing, we just want to support the team, and we don't just every time he does something, whether it comes off or not, we don't just say, oh, automatically he's terrible. We just judge something on its merits. And objectively today, he's playing well, and that's that. Whether you think he's a good player or not. Every player gives the ball away. Cash. To Barkley. Barkley, nice little turn. Finds John McGinn in a bit of space, who finds Sancho out wide. Sancho facing up Diouf, just doesn't quite take it in his stride. And gets the throw in, though. A bit of a needless tackle from Diouf there as well. Cash to Konsa. To Torres. Digne. Barkley, nice play from Barkley out to Torres. Now Torres has got some space to operate in. Just tries to play into Rodgers, and Rodgers just slipped. And ball through to Tati. The referee said, linesman said he's onside, and he's overhit the cross there. Has he given offside now or not? Yeah, he does. He does need to stay fit. Yeah, he would have been offside, I think. Dangerous game, though. Yeah, I'd love to get another goal before half time, Rich. I really would. Really would. He did give offside. Do you know what I love about McGinn? He's probably going to play 70 minutes or so today, but he'll play those 70 minutes like he does 90. So he'll put 90 minutes of effort into the 70 minutes, whereas some players will try and pace themselves. McGinn he'll just put everything into the time that he's on the pitch. He's running all over. West Ham just trying to press us a little bit higher up the pitch. Barkley does well to find Martinez, and Martinez goes out to Konsa. Konsa to Cash into Onana. Onana's got a bit of space to turn now. Villa worked that out really well now. Torres has got plenty of space to attack. Got Digne down the left-hand side. He goes inside to Ross Barkley. Barkley clips it out to the right-hand side to Cash. Cash goes up the line to Sancho. Sancho plays a quick ball to Onana. Villa just keeping possession at the moment, looking to find the opening. It's amazing, isn't it? When we're 1-0 up, this is patient play. This is really nice play. But when we're 0-0 or 1-0 down, this is like, what are we messing about with it? What are we doing? McGinn asking for it. Barkley asking for it. Konsa goes out wide to Cash. Cash driving up the line. Finds Sancho inside. Sancho with a bit of space to operate. He goes out wide to Cash. Continues his run. Now he's got a bit of space. Just jinks away from Pablo. Is he going to cross it? Cross it. He doesn't. He goes to Barkley. Finds Onana. Sancho again. Now he goes inside to Cash. Cash got space. He slips as he takes the cross. Why didn't he just carry on running? Barkley to Torres. McGinn finds Digne. Digne now's got space to cross it. Too much on the cross, and it's Diouf who just pops it down to be picked up by the keeper and West Ham. Last couple of minutes of the first half. There will be a little bit of added time because they obviously had a VAR check. Sassy now coming forward, and again over hits it, and it goes straight out of play. Almost 150 of you in the chat. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help us on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Aston Villa 1, West Ham 0. Let's get our conversations ready for half time. Rodgers now driving forward. Wan-Bissaka just pulling him all over. He tries to jink inside, and they said Tierney said he had the ball, but don't know if there was much advantage there. Offside. Come on. Love it. There we go. Get to 100 likes. Yeah, we should be 3-0 up. See, even though he gave advantage, he should book Wan-Bissaka for that, really, shouldn't he? He should book. He has done. I was going to say, like, you've got to book him for that. Yeah. I think we just got to keep this tempo up and this control. We're mixing it up as well. Good flick on. Lovely play. Sancho, Rodgers. Sancho cuts it back. Oh, just cleared. Out for a corner. Oh, is it 1-0 Spurs? Oh, no. Forest are winning. Wow. Wow. Good lad, James. I need to get my admins back, because obviously after I got hacked, all the admins, they took them off. So I will get people back on as admins. Corner comes in, headed down. Oh, was that Konsa? 3 minutes injury time. Mavropanos is now down injured. There's been some great corners today. Yeah, flicked off a West Ham head, and then I think it might have been, was it Konsa who hit his head? Yeah, I'd love to see. Or Deji and expressions will be going absolutely crazy right now. Yeah, I think Lindelof, I think he would have been on the bench. I'm not sure. Well, the thing is, maybe Bogard would have been sacrificed on the bench. But then I guess Bogart can play in midfield, and so maybe it's, I don't know. He might well have an injury. Played very well though the other day. Torres just needs to clean up there, but he doesn't. He's looking for a free kick, and it's a corner. Just need to keep our composure here. Yeah, Rogers does need a goal. He does. He's been a bit tentative in front of goal. Few of them do. Cross comes in, headed away by Luka Dean. Oh, Wan-Bissaka totally missed the ball there. Managed to get himself out of the mess, and Onana comes in with a massive challenge. And it's out for a throw-in into the last 10 seconds or so of the first half. Throw into West Ham. Nice trade of passes, ball with Bowen, but again, Onana, brilliant defending, and that's half-time. 1-0 Villa. 13 shots. That's been an excellent first half. The only thing is maybe we could have done with another goal, but John McGinn with the goal. Lovely finish from a well-worked set piece. It leaves Villa 1-0 up at half-time against West Ham. And it's been a pretty dominant half by Villa. Everyone's getting plenty of touches on the ball. The movement's good. McGinn, Sancho, Rogers interchanging positions. Barkley and Onana very solid in that, as those two central midfielders that are allowing those players to move around. And Barkley has made a massive difference to the way that we can set up attacks, the way that we can keep possession. Because, as I say, as many qualities as Douglas Luiz has, we're just way too easy to play through when Luiz is in the side. So he's been excellent. He's been excellent for me, Ross Barkley. Excellent. But we need to get a couple more goals, because you would imagine that West Ham will not come out into that second half playing in the same fashion. They will want to put that right. So we need to make sure that we really do hammer home, no pun intended, hammer home the advantage. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Who has impressed you in terms of performance, and what any changes? Obviously, we've got a fair few players on the bench in terms of potential options. Onana's won the ball back well. Yes, much better football, says Michael. Up the Villa, says Ollie Watkins. We seem solid. We need to score more goals. Yes, David, we do. Weston said, notice McGinn back, Tielemans on the bench, and all of a sudden the performances get better. I mean, there is definitely something to having competition on the bench, but I would have, expected more from Onana and Luiz when they were in midfield together. But it is what it is now. We've just got to keep winning from now. Great first half. Put them to bed in the second. Much better from the boys. Yes. Should be at least 3-0 up. Back to our best in that half. Give Tielemans 20 minutes. Yeah, it'd be brilliant to have him. West Ham are still in this. Yes, they shouldn't be. Yes, exactly. So they go in at half time. Like, we're still only 1-0. We're still in this game and all that kind of jazz. I'd be interested to know who's on their bench. What options they have, because it looked like obviously Somerville's not playing. It looked like Todibo had to be changed from the warm up. So they're starting Pablo and Tati. They've got Wilson on the bench, but who else have they got who's going to be a real potential game changer? We do need a second, definitely. Lovely, James. I'm glad you've impressed yourself with your Bolognese. Good man. Sancho's looking sharp. Yes. The only thing I would say with Sancho and Rogers is just when they're in position to shoot, just take a shot. That, Sancho, he said it in that interview, he loves setting up people, he loves assists, but the one where he played it to Rogers, I feel like he could have had the shot and put it in the net himself. So that's something that I'd like Sancho to do. I really would. Yeah. But look, we've got Louise and Tillemans on the bench, so there's options there. Up the Villa from Jamaica, good man. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support. Barkley over Louise has made a massive difference. I agree. Oh wow, Gary, best player, Watkins. And Sancho's been impressive. 80 likes. Fantastic. Let's keep them coming. Leroy, good afternoon, Rich. All Villa fans, been listening to the Rice and Peas show, watching the match. Can't believe what I'm seeing after how we've been lately. I think we've been good. Yes, we have, mate. We've been very good. We've been very good. Yeah, it would. It would do. I mean, it's just, like I say, we just need to start that second half with the same intent, not sit back, not rest on it, and not give West Ham any encouragement, because I'm not going to say like, oh, the next goal crucial and all that sort of kind of cliche, but they will think if we can get to 75, 80 minutes still at 1-0 and still in the game, and it can nick something. That's what they'll think. Greetings from Norway, from a Swede that's been at Villa Park. Great stuff. We've got Jamaica, we've got Norway. Brilliant. Best half in ages. Yes, it has. And McGinn, he is absolutely. I was speaking to Dan about it the other day on the preview, that I don't think there is a player in the Premier League like John McGinn. He's such a unique player. He can play in multiple positions. He's got the body shape that he's got, the way he can hold players off, the way he runs, left-footed, the drive that he has, the deceptive pace that he has, just so many attributes that he's got that just no other player in the Premier League has what John McGinn has. Yeah, Dean has been excellent down that left-hand side. They just haven't picked him up. I know Wan-Bissaka likes to get forward, but he's just left him. It's really strange what Wan-Bissaka has allowed Digne to do, just constantly down that left-hand side. Onana, yes, he's been brilliant. He has. Should have scored though, yeah. This bit here, look, I get Wan-Bissaka's blocked it, but the shot should have been with the left foot. Yeah. Well, Adam, he mentioned it, didn't he, in the interview? He said it in the interview. It's about time the players stepped up. It's about time the players took the responsibility of getting the crowd on side. And it needed someone to say that. The players clearly don't listen to me. The players clearly don't listen to podcasters, because I've been saying it for week after week after week that it's not down to the fans to turn it on for the players. We can support them, we can sing, we can shout, but they have to put the performances on the pitch. They're doing what we could only dream of, and they have to take responsibility for it. And I'm glad that John McGinn was the one to point it out, because yes, it's it comes from players' performances. Gettinger, yeah, he was brilliant yesterday, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant. Feel good factor and a boost of confidence. Absolutely. Agreed, Rachel. And yeah, DB was 33, his oldest. Yeah, I mean, we mentioned this like in terms of ins and outs at the end of the season. I guess league position, achievements will determine quite a lot of that. But how easy is it going to be to sell on some of these players if we want to? How much money are they going to bring in? It's very difficult these days to do a massive clear out, particularly in the position that we're in the league. If you're getting promoted like a Sunderland did, then that's maybe a little bit easier. But I think the position that we're in is quite difficult to change over 6 or 7 players. So It's going to be difficult. We haven't won yet. Exactly. We've got to start the second half with the same intent. They're giving us lots of space to operate in, but it's our movement that's been so much more impressive. You know, we've seen Sancho popping up on the left-hand side. We've been seeing McGinn trying to find the little spaces in between the lines. We've seen Rodgers trying to run in behind. We've seen Watkins isolating Mavropanos. That's what's been getting us the joy. That's what we've got to do. We've seen Digne down that left-hand side getting forward. That's what's been so impressive, because then the player on the ball has multiple options to play to. The opposition don't know which option that player is going to take. Previously, we've been so static. We've been so static that we've been easy to play against. Easy to play against. Yeah, exactly. Not as easy and not as much as you want. Exactly. It is so difficult. I think Harry Wilson, you know, if we can make sure that we get, you know, Champions League football, I think Harry Wilson would be a logical move. And I think I would like him. I think he's an Unai Emery type wide player, and he can fill it. He can play in other positions as well. But he'd want big money. It's a final sort of payday for him, so he'd want big money. Luca Dean, maybe he did sign a new contract with a pay cut, but that's a possibility. But again, it's where do these players go? You know, would he go to sort of? And I know there was talk of the Turkish league. Would he go out there? It's difficult to get rid of a lot of these players. He's not going to go to like Saudi. He's not going to go to the MLS. Maatsen maybe on sort of 70 minutes. I don't think I'd make any changes right now. If we look at the options that we've got off the bench, we've got obviously Bizot. We've got Maatsen, obviously left back option. Bogard, midfield or right back. Mings, centre back option. Then we've got Tielemans and Luiz, the central midfield option. Buendia, that attacking midfielder option. I can see. Well, Tielemans could come on in a more advanced position as well, but I could see a Tielemans and a Buendia coming on. Bailey maybe later on in the game for Sancho, and then Tammy potentially later in the game for Watkins. Then you've probably got one more sub, or you have got one more sub out of a Maatsen, Bogard, and Mings. But at the minute, I'd certainly keep Digne on. I don't see sometimes having that blistering pace like a Maatsen's got makes it easier for the defender to decide what he needs to do. Whereas with Digne, they might think, actually, we can get forward, we can leave gaps, and he's exploiting those in behind. He's very much has intelligent runs. Happy with the 2 result, mate. He was. Do you know what? I do like Newcastle, but it is sometimes nice to sort of, it's that, was it Schadenfreude, where you see people in terrible situations and get satisfaction out of it. I just want us to get the result. Let's just say that we make sure we get the result. Then I can sit back and relax. But I thought I watched the game. I thought that Newcastle, the first 10, 15 minutes, and they got the goal, I thought this is going to be an absolute thrashing for Sunderland. But then they just sat back, allowed Sunderland into the game, and Sunderland were excellent. The last sort of 20 minutes of that first half and the whole second half, Sunderland were very, very good. So they deserved it, fully deserved it. Fully deserved it. Yeah, isn't he their defender? Yeah, we need to make sure that we get the win. We need to. Just seeing the highlights for Spurs Forest game. Good header from Igor. Is it Igor Jesus? And we've got the 1996 Coca-Cola Cup winners, Andy Townsend. There with Brian Little and Ian Taylor. The last time we won a trophy, 1996. Yeah, with Maatsen, I think he's done it as like a last resort, hasn't he, James? In certain matches where he's been forced to bring Maatsen on as a more advanced player, but he could do. I don't see any reason why not. Yeah, David, I get you. So we're getting ready for the second half, focusing on John McGinn. Oh, Callum Wilson is coming on. So there we go. So slightly different proposition for Aston Villa to deal with Callum Wilson. And there was a few formation changes in that first half from Nuno. He went with the 3 centre-backs, then he changed it to 4. He's also bringing on Adama Traore as well. So a couple of big changes. Yes, people, hit those likes. As I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for a Villa win. So Potts and Castellanos have gone off. Traore and Wilson are coming on. Well, we know all about Adama Traore, but we'll be interested to see where he plays and who he's up against. And we're about to start the second half. And away we go. Onana goes back to Konsa, who goes all the way back to Emi Martinez. Finds Ross Barkley, who in turn finds Ezri Konsa. So we've got Pablo and Wilson up front. Got Fernandez, Souček in midfield, Bowen on the right, and then looks like Adama Traore on the left. So it's looking like a pretty much a traditional 4-4-2 at the moment. A lot of pointing by the West Ham players about where they need to be. McGinn now, a lovely little ball around the corner, and Rodgers tries to help it on, and he slips just at the key moment. Oh, great takedown by Diouf. But that was great play from McGinn, and Rodgers just slipped at the wrong moment when he was trying to help it onto Watkins. Disasi, long clearance. Torres does well against Wilson. Wilson, though, comes out with the ball, but he plays it out of play, and it's a throw into Villa. I'll answer that in a second, David. Cash, low cross. Oh, Watkins blocked. Comes to Luka Dean on the edge of the box. Oh, he hits the shot and it's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Oh, certain area. It doesn't cost a lot, mate. It's just it's the what we stream through. You have to pay for that. So whatever streaming platform you use, you have to pay for that, like a subscription to that. And then when I put them out as recordings, you have to pay for a sort of license, like a membership to that. Generally, you just the equipment and stuff. You obviously pay for a camera and a microphone and stuff, but you don't have to. You could just record on your phone and upload it to YouTube. So there's a few players a little bit confused about where they're playing with Nuno at the start of the second half. Yeah, it's not a head exactly. Mind you, probably need to stop for that as well. Well, he's had to go off the pitch. It's a drop ball to Villa's possession. And the ball's gone out wide to Morgan Rodgers. Puts the cross in. Oh, it's just gone out. It's overhit. Decent start. Oh dear, Villa women are losing. They've had a terrible season, haven't they, really? And the coverage has dropped right off, hasn't it? They had a lot of promotion the last like two years ago, 2 seasons ago, but it's really died off the last year or two. I just think there's so much football these days. Well, I've jumped ahead a little bit again. So throw into West Ham at the moment. There we go. Barkley, lovely quick feet there. Great little ball to Sancho. Now Sancho's got loads of space to run into. He's attacking Diouf. He holds it up though and goes back to Onana. Gets it back. Villa just keeping possession now. Oh, Sancho did run in behind there. I think Onana and Cash were too busy arguing with each other. And then the opportunity to pass had gone. Nice little play from Villa. Barkley now driving forward. Just tries to play a little clip ball. Wins it back though. Barkley with the shot. Oh, what a save! Brilliant shot from Ross Barkley. Tipped over from the goalkeeper. He's so sharp at the moment, so intelligent. I mean, he gave the ball away, but wins it back, pounces on it, drives forward, and smashes a shot. It was straight down the keeper's throat, to be honest, but so much power on it. And it's tipped over for a corner. Yeah, Adam, you probably are going to be a bit ahead of me, mate. But this is what we wanted this start. Just need to put it away. Need to put a goal away. Corner to Villa. Our delivery's been good so far. In deep cross. Headed away by Mavropanos though. But Cash with a shot. Oh, it's gone over. Not a bad effort though. Yeah. Mavropanos in particularly has put his body on the line. He's got a lot of blocks. And he's put himself in position. And Wan-Bissaka's got the longest legs of any footballer I've ever seen. Oh, an extra ball on the pitch. Long punt upfield. Wilson chasing with Konsa. Konsa does very well there. And then that's a foul by Bowen, but the referee plays on. McGinn now plays to Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers cuts across Souček, plays it into Sancho. Sancho takes it on. It's just took it a bit too far, and the keeper, does he claim it? Does it go out? No, he must have kept it in. Just first touch by Sancho, just took him a little bit too far. Adama Traore now comes across the pitch, plays to Wan-Bissaka, looking for the ball in behind. Bowen to Fernandez. Fernandez tries to switch the play, he does well, he slips. It's loads of players slipping, but he finds Diouf. Diouf with the cross. Torres with a header away, and it's out for a throw-in. If it had just took a little bit off that touch, that would have been the tap-in that we needed for Watkins. Yeah, mighty target against Traore. Mavropanos with a long throw-in. Went over Sancho's head. He just watched it. Fernandez clips it in at the back post. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Luca Dean there. Absolutely brilliant header out for a corner. That looked like it was a goal. He was offside, though. He was offside. Pablo would have been offside. But Luca Dean didn't know that. Fernandez hits the shot. It's blocked. And that's a throw-in. He's claiming. What's he claiming here? Throw in. Another long throw from Mavropanos. Headed up in the air by Onana out of the box. Headed down though, back to Mavropanos. Good cross in from Mavropanos. Headed down by Disasi, and it's straight into Martinez. But that's a little bit of a chance for West Ham. Cash now. Villa just need to get a bit more composure. I think they've sorted their formation out now. Barkley getting pressed. Does well, though, and that's a free kick. Got to be a free kick. Referee says play on. Konsa to Cash. He's got a bit of space now. Rodgers is asking for it. See, Wan-Bissaka's right in the central area with Rodgers. Got to give Dino a lot of space to move into. Rodgers now to Watkins. Watkins has turned. Hits the shot. It's blocked by Disasi. Onana clips it over. Luka Dean. Again, blocked by Wan-Bissaka. But Barkley in the box. Can't quite get a shot away. But Villa pick it up again. I'll have to stop saying it. Wan-Bissaka blocks the cross. Nah, the right decision from a striker when he's got the opportunity to shoot is always to shoot. Rodgers. McGinn, nice play out to Cash. Cash coming forward. Sancho drops it back to McGinn into Onana. Onana to Barkley. I don't think he quite knew what he wanted to do with it then, but we've managed to get the ball back. Cash to Sancho. Onana. Cash. Konza. Onana into Watkins. Lays it off to Barkley. Pau Torres. Villa playing the ball nicely. Looking for the spaces. West Ham trying to spring a little attack if they can on the break. Rodgers, though, gets the ball in the channel against Souček. Finds Sancho, nice little touch. Finds Onana into Watkins. He's faced with Disasi. Disasi pulls him out of the way, though. He should have laid it off there. He's not going to beat Disasi for pace. Now Pablo to Bowen. Oh, and that's a good header away by Konsa. Good play by Konsa. Corner to West Ham. We know when it's 1-0. Bowen. Right to the back post. Headed up in the air by Souček. Headed up in the air by Barkley. Back in. Headed away by Cash. Disasi heads it back in. And it's offside. They've looked all right. They haven't looked great. I mean, dominated this second half. They've had a header from Disasi and then one break. They haven't been brilliant. I don't think we need to get too carried away here. Onana. Now Barkley's got loads of space. Still driving forward. Finds Sancho. Sancho with Diouf. Plays it. McGinn jinks inside. Onana with a shot. Oh, over the bar. Better. Good play. Good play. Some good passing. Lovely from Barkley again. Barkley's been fantastic today. And McGinn just teed it up to Onana. Again, never, ever, ever having to go at any player for trying to score, for having a shot. That's what we've not been doing anywhere near enough. Kick from the goalkeeper. Won by Luca Dean. Oh, no, it's just gone back for me. Bear with me. McGinn. Turn Souček. Back to Luca Dean. Villa just keeping the ball again. Konsa now. Back to Cash. Into Onana. And he just drops it off to Konsa. Barkley. To Torres. Luca Dean faced up with Wan-Bissaka. Just sold McGinn a little bit short with that pass now. Bowen driving forward. Barkley trying to hold him up. Brilliant from Ross Barkley there. That's a corner. Is that a corner or a goal kick? I think it looks like it's a goal kick. Brilliant from Barkley. But yeah, that little pass in there from Luca Dean, that's one weakness with John McGinn, where he will try and hold that player off. And if they get in ahead of him, they get that toe in ahead of him because he's not quite on his toes enough. But brilliant tracking back from Ross Barkley. Flick on. Lovely. Well done. I thought that clipped by Martinez, flicked on by Barkley. Good hold up by Watkins. Gets the free kick. But Rodgers was almost clear. Sancho really far in, but he's just gone out wide now. But it goes up to the left to Luca Dean. Now to Torres. To Konsa. Lovely layoff from Watkins to McGinn to Barkley to Onana. Onana now space to run through. Finds Ollie. Out to Sancho. That's unlucky. See, that time Sancho should have. I've just had to go back again. Sancho should have waited for Cash on the overlap, not the podcast, on the actual overlap. Oh, Tielemans coming on. Good. Over 150 of you in the chat. Please do smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Help us continue on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Your support is much appreciated. Good play by Pau Torres. Finds Cash. Cash into McGinn. What a ball. Sancho. Slips. Why is everyone slipping? Mavropanos comes out with it. Good afternoon, Kalinka. Bowen to Souček. Everyone's slipping at the minute. Rodgers has been slipping. I can't remember who slipped there, but and then a West Ham player slipped before. Traore jinks past Sancho, but Sancho gets back in to hold him up. Puts the cross in, deep cross. Looking for Callum Wilson. He chests it down, puts it back in the box. It's a dangerous ball, but it's picked up by Sancho. Finds Watkins. Watkins, lovely little pass to John McGinn. McGinn doesn't quite get the pass right to Rodgers. It's 2-0 Forest. But it's good link up. The link up play, Watkins, McGinn, it's very good. Very good. Bowen just trying to gets the cross, and it's a corner to West Ham here. Their fans trying to give them something. Forest 2-0 up. We do need a second goal. We do need a second goal. It's probably a bit of a tricky time with Unai Emery. What does he make changes, or does he keep the settled side on? Cross comes in, headed up in the air by Onana. Lovely takedown by Luca Dean, and he puts it out for a throw-in. No messing about. Bowen with the cross, chested down by Torres and further away by Watkins. Onana, tried to chest it down, but he gets too much on it, and it's picked up by Diouf to Traore now. Try with a cross, but it's overhit, and it's out for a goal kick. Yuri, Dougie, and Bailey coming on. Very good. So is that both midfielders coming, both centre midfielders coming off? McGinn, Barkley, and Sancho off. Okay. Makes sense. Let's leave Bailey alone, man. He isn't that bad. Come on. Scored the other day. Looked good. Give him a chance. He was poor against Man United, don't get me wrong, but so was everybody else, apart from Barkley. West Ham keeping the ball here. Mavropanos. Fernandez coming forward. Please no spoilers. Cross comes in. Oh, Torres. Ooh. Just messes up his clearance, and then Pablo blasts it over. To be honest, yeah, Torres got caught in two minds there, whether to clear it or bring it down, but it was a tough chance. So here comes the changes. Concer's getting the captain's armband. And do you know what, right? I wouldn't have looked at Unai Emery if I was Leon Bailey the other week against Man United when I've been responsible for giving the ball away. I wouldn't have looked at the manager either, because you know what you're getting. You don't look at the manager. Rodgers driving forward. Hits the shot. Watkins, get in! And it's 2-0 Villa. That's what he needed. That's what he needed. That is what he needed. Rodgers with the shot from outside the box. The keeper parries it, and it's a tap-in for Ollie Watkins into the roof of the net. And we needed that second goal, and it's been delivered. by Ollie Watkins in front of the Holt end. Aston Villa 2, West Ham 0. Come on. Strange how the game just restarted. It was Onana who won the ball. It played it to Morgan Rogers. West Ham all over the place. Rogers just cuts inside, hits the shot. The keeper has been terrible there. The keeper was terrible there. Did it take a little deflection? And then Watkins sliding finish into the roof of the net. No, it didn't take a deflection. The keeper, awful goalkeeping. And Watkins under pressure slides it into the net. And it's 2-0 Villa. And that's what we needed. Now let's go and score more goals. Let's put this to bed, like proper to bed. Right, now I've gone forwards again. Hey, tell you. Right, here we go. 2-0 Forest. Gibbs White. Yeah, was a goalkeeper error, Gary. It was, but we'll take it. Martinez goes long. Mavropanos with a long punt into the box. Douglas Luiz almost gave it away, but it finds its way to Cash. Leon Bailey gets the throw in for Villa. Soon as, I mean, what a triple substitution that is. Nuno, absolutely fuming. Pau Torres coming forward, plays it into Yuri Tillemans. Tillemans helps it onto Morgan Rogers now, running at the heart of the defence. He's got Bailey outside him. Bailey facing up Diouf, drops it into Morgan Rogers with a shot again, parried by the goalkeeper. And it's out for a goal kick. Watkins again was up ready to pounce. Goalkeeper there again. But ball, that's the value of Torres, playing those piercing balls into midfield. Bailey, nice little touch, plays it into Morgan Rogers. And to be fair, Mavropanos did well to block off Watkins. Villa have it again. Luiz to Onana. So Tillemans is in that advanced position. It's Luiz and Onana in central midfield position. Tillemans switches the play out to Matty Cash. Cash clips it over the top to Leon Bailey. Bailey trying to jink past Traore, but doesn't keep it in play. Yeah, he does. But he's a funny one with the competition because then sometimes he goes into his shell as well. Luca Dean now on the left-hand side. Clips it into Tillemans. Beautiful little touch back to Digne. Luiz puts a bit of pace into it. Finds Onana. Onana with a sloppy pass. But Luiz picks it up, goes back to Torres. Torres into Onana. Back to Torres. Douglas Luiz now. Both Tillemans and Rogers looking for the ball. Konsa. Cash. Bailey tries to drink in behind, but it was read by Diouf. So Villa go all the way back, try and open up the pitch. Luiz, lovely ball into Rogers. Rogers, he tries to find Leon Bailey, but to be fair, Diouf did well. But I thought Rogers could have carried the ball then. Fernandez does well against Tillemans. Traore now to Fernandez to Souček into the last sort of 20 minutes of the game. To Sassi. 160 of you. Can we get 100 likes? I'm not sure how many we're on. Great play by Onana, but just picked up by Diouf now. He's running at the defense. Is it going to go out? No. But Martinez claims the cross. He's looking for a long kick. Finds Watkins. Just about keeps it in play. Doesn't get the throw in though. To Bowen. Bowen's into a cul-de-sac, and it's won back by a combination of Dina and Watkins. Now Louise driving forward. Rogers a little bit casual there, but it's picked up by Luca Dean to Torres across to Konza. West Ham trying to press us quite high. Yuri goes back to Cash, to Konza. Konza clips it long, looking for Leon Bailey. But it's put back into the box. Wilson looking for a penalty off Onana there, but not going to get anything there. Just dropped a little bit too deep there, Villa. So letting West Ham come on to us a bit. Switch of play, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. 102 likes. Thank you, people. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's keep them going. If you haven't already, you subscribe as well. If you're new to the channel, if you want to become a member and become an official Villa Park Pod follower, please do click the join button. Goal kick to Villa. Torres to Martinez. Oh, Martinez goes out to Konza. Cash goes up the line. Bailey does a dummy. Now he's sprinting forward, but Mavropanos read it well. It was good thinking by Leon Bailey there. Bowen now. Oh, 1-1 Villa women. Looks like Buendia is going to come on shortly on my screen. And it's a Villa throw in. There we are. Sub for Villa. Yeah. So apparently, I mean, this is Villa win the Europa League and finish 5th or 6th, and Liverpool win the Champions League and come 5th or 6th, and the Champions League position goes down to 7th. Morgan getting a bit of an extra rest there. Yeah, Mavropanos has been brilliant for West Ham. I mean, it would have been 4 or 5 had it not been for him. Throw in from Cash. That's better, I think. Give a bit back to Disassi. They've been trying to do it all game. Wan-Bissaka under pressure. Villa win it back. Good pressing. Louise. Onana back to Louise. Yeah, Rogers had a good game. He's got into those positions to run with the ball. Much better today. Cash. Onana, nice little 1-2 there. Cash has got the space to drive into. Oh, should have played it in front of Bailey. Bailey does well. Oh, lovely. Put it in the box. Oh, cross. Blocked by Disassi. But that was lovely play. Lovely play. Because I thought Cash just played it behind Bailey when he should have played it in front of him, but Bailey did well. And then lovely little play by Cash to put him back in. and a good cross from Bailey, but it's a throw into Villa. Bailey looking for the free kick there, but it wasn't a free kick, but it's throw into Villa just in the West Ham half. Buendia getting on the ball, does well to jink past, clips it into the box, but Mavropanos is there. Chested down by Douglas Luiz, flicked over, but he's just muscled out of it by Adama Traore, which isn't surprising. Long ball downfield, looking for Callum Wilson. Konsa is just close to him, but he drops it back to Pablo. Pablo faced up by Bailey, goes back to Fernandez, out to Wan-Bissaka. Mavropanos now to Souček. Souček clips it out wide, but Digne heads it down to Buendia, who slips but manages to recover and gets the free kick. And again, not happy. It's probably a needless position to. He didn't have to force the defender to put a challenge in. Throw in to Villa. Buendia trying to take it quickly, but decides against it and just leaves it for Luca Dean. Nice little layoff by Watkins to Luca Dean there. Buendia drops it back to Douglas Luiz. Now back to Buendia again. Finds finds Matty Cash. Cash has got options. Goes back to Konsa, across to Torres. To Luiz. Buendia, back to Luiz. Into Watkins, but it was a difficult one for him to try and claim. And I think Digne was claiming a free kick. Wilson, though, plays to Traore. Villa trying to hold him back, but Traore is running through. Finds Diouf out on the left-hand side. Cross comes in, headed up in the air by Onana. He thinks he wants a free kick there, but I think it's going to be a corner. Committing a lot of bodies forward, West Ham, obviously. Yeah, good header from Onana. He's been great. Let's put his head in. Corner comes in. Konsa does well. Bailey against Traore and Digne against him as well. And Digne puts out for a throw-in. Into the last 8 minutes, and now it's another double substitution for West Ham. Souček coming off and Wan-Bissaka coming off. Oh, it's a throw into Villa. Digne. Oh, Goes up the line, but rushed throwing, to be fair. Callum Wilson brings it down nicely. Trades pass with Fernandez. Nice bit of play by Wilson. And then it's back to Disasi, across to Diouf. Into, is that Diop? Is that a good battling from Bailey there. Does well. That's what you want, man. Just battle. We got one more sub we can make. Long throw from Cash, headed on by Buendia. Watkins tries to roll Disasi. Disasi does well against him, but Villa get players around. Managed to keep it in play. Watkins does well. Now he's striding forwards. He's got Buendia. Oh, good tackle. But Buendia keeps it, little back heel into Bailey, and just out on the right-hand side of the box, goes back to Douglas Luiz, chests it. Out to Luca Dean now. Couldn't quite get into position to shoot there. And now we're just going to settle it down. Tillemans to Konza. Into Watkins. Bailey gets the free kick. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? He's just told the player to stand up and start taking responsibility, and all of a sudden they've started doing it. It's crazy. It's crazy what taking responsibility for your own actions does. Yeah, I mean, we go on and win this now. The thing is, Spurs could just stay up by virtue of West Ham being worse. Man of the match. I was just thinking of that. I think Onana has been excellent. McGinn, obviously, for the 67 minutes that he was on. I think Watkins has had a brilliant game as well. He's got his goal. So I'd probably say that one of those three. I thought Barkley was very good. Yeah. Here's Tammy. That's what you want. It's a great thing when every player has been, 7 or 8 out of 10. It makes such a difference when you have pretty much every player on the pitch has done their job. Made it difficult for the opposition, won their individual battles, taken shots when they needed to, put pressure on. Fernandez now, he's got the wrong side of Luiz. He's coming forward, but he's put a little bit too much on that. Callum Wilson's forced wide, finds Jared Bowen. And Magassa puts the cross in, but it's a poor cross, and Luiz heads it clear. Great play from Yuri Tillemans. Bailey slips. It's that middle third of the pitch. Great play from Yuri. He just should have just passed it to Bailey. He tried to put too much on the pass. Traore gets past Cash, but completely messes up the the cross. 110 likes. Fantastic. Can we get 130? We've got nearly 200 of you in the chat. Come on. Last 10 minutes. Last 5 minutes. Let's go. And get subscribing, people. If you're new to the channel. I will do my instant reaction. And we've got a couple of weeks. There we are. Watkins man of the match. 3-0 Forest as well. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we play Forest next. Exactly. So we are having a massive say in this relegation. We play Spurs at Villa Park as well. Come on, let's get a goal for Tammy. Throw into Villa. Into the last minute of the 90. Probably, 4 minutes injury time, I would say. Up the line from Cash. Bailey trying to get on the end of it. He does well. Oh, Disasi just gets in ahead of him. Switch of play to Mavropanos. Yeah, Onana's been great. See, Mavropanos slips and manages to recover. I've lost count of the number of times players have slipped in this game. Oh, giveaway. Bailey. Done well to block it. Pablo. Should have just gone forward. Yeah, 4 minutes injury time. Oh, Nana. Just loses out there. Diouf coming forward, hits the shot, and it's blazed over and wide. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was... I don't know what his name is. Is it Diop? Oh, Kante. West Ham fans leaving. They're very worried. Louise heads it onto Luca Dean into Buendia. It's tough ball for Buendia to control that, to give him his dues. Putting it into his, firing it up to his waist height with 2 players on him. Martinez goes long. It's out of play. Brilliant again from Onana. Into the last 2 minutes. Tillemans goes back, safety first to Martinez. Martinez out to Konsa. Konsa to Onana, who gets a nice little turn to get some space. And then Tillemans just settles it down. It's always a shame for forward players coming on in the situation of this game. Like Tammy's hardly going to get a touch because Villa aren't going to commit. Onana drops it back to Torres, to Digne. Dean into Buendia. Back to Luca Dean. Finds. Oh, lovely ball from Douglas Luiz. Now Tammy's in. Oh, just bounced up and Diouf heads it back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, Onana's been brilliant. Like, when he's like this, he's like unplayable in that midfield. He just dominates. He's dominated Fernandez, Souček. You know, West Ham are quite a physical side as well. But it's been an excellent team performance. That's why we're getting so many different people saying, "Oh, this person's man of the match. This person's man of the match." That's what you want, because it's been a team performance. Cleared by Luca Dean. Brilliant from Tielemans now. Now Tammy tries an ambitious effort. Might as well. Might as well. And there we go. That's it. Aston Villa 2, West Ham 0. Brilliant team performance. Very professional job from Aston Villa. Goals from John McGinn and Ollie Watkins secure the points for Villa. And yeah, what can you say? Very, very, very good performance from the boys. So many standout performances. A really good attitude to the game. You know, West Ham didn't really know how to play against us. They changed their formation multiple times in that game. And they couldn't handle the movement. You know, McGinn, Rogers, Sancho in that first half, moving all over the pitch. Watkins isolating Mavropanos or Disasi. And then Digne down that left-hand side. Brilliant movement as well. And in the second half, we didn't let up. We kept passing. We kept playing. We kept moving. And we got the second goal to kill the game off. And it's a thoroughly, thoroughly deserved win for Aston Villa. Loads of people in the comments. Thank you so much. I will do my instant reaction, and then we will be back for Fans Forum on Tuesday. And we'll probably do a couple of shows across the next couple of weeks with a break. But then we'll be back with so many games towards the end of the season. So brilliant win. Brilliant win. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have actually taken advantage of those teams dropping points just below us and have created a bit of a cushion in that top four, which is exactly what we needed. Thank you all for watching. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.